Genesis. Dati hate ko to eh. So, how many of you have actually tried Genesis? Okay, when I first started using the Genesis, my first reaction was, sweetie, this is yours. I take the mastermind. And then people would call me and they'd go, can you explain what the ingredients of the Genesis does? So I'd sit down and I'd do my Zoom meetings with them, go to the herbs, and I go, whoa. I said, sweetie, I think we need to give this, I need to give this product another chance because it's just such an amazing herb. It purifies, it cleanses, it renews. Okay, it's 74 different foods in there. Actually, it's 70 whole foods. And then it's got probiotics. It's got digestive enzymes. It's got prebiotics. Okay, we'll go through that in a bit. This is my favorite wheel. The Genesis has all this. Imagine yung essential fatty acid as we talk about kanina. That's really important for our health. Really important for the heart. Really important for the skin. Okay. Vitamins and minerals, obviously we have organic fruits and veggies in there. Remember yung mga pinag-aralan natin in school before, green leafy veggies and very high vitamins and minerals. We've got all that. Digestive enzymes. Undigestive enzyme is for people who get bloated. Alam mo, pag kumain ka, pagkatas para kang hindi natunawan. Yeah? That's when it's actually a sign that your body doesn't have enough digestive enzymes to break down the foods. That's one. The second one could be that you're eating food that your body's intolerant to, so your body can't break it down. Okay? So having the probiotics in the formula and the digestive enzymes actually addresses those issues. Humifulvate. Usually, in our surroundings, because people use pesticides, because we've got pollution, because we've got all these lovely things around us, we get immunized, our body absorbs metals. A healthy body will flush out heavy metals. An imbalanced body will keep the heavy metals. Okay? Alzheimer, for example, or dementia, those things have been linked to mercury and lead, remember? Or even aluminium. So those heavy metals attack the brain, and now you have those issues. If your body's not strong enough, that's what it does. It ruins your system. When that's the case, you actually have to make sure you have a product like this Humifulvate to actually attach itself to the heavy metals and flush it out of your system. So there are different ways to chelate. Ang chelate is yung pagtanggal ng heavy metal from the body, no? There are different ways to chelate. The safest way is to have a product that actually attaches to the heavy metal. So hindi nagkakalat yung heavy metal in the system. Kakapit. Exactly. Kakapit siya and then it flushes it out. Okay? Anti-inflammatory, so we have turmeric here as an example of an anti-inflammatory. There's others in our herbs. But ano ibig sabihin niyan? Now, I'm even able to suggest to my patients who have rheumatism and arthritis to try this. I don't say it's going to heal you. I always say, you know what? It's got a lot of anti-inflammatories in there. Try it. See if it actually works for you. We've got a lady in Papua New Guinea who's had hypertension and diabetes on medications, and she's her illness has just progressed so much so that she can't walk on her own. She needs a walking stick. So kinuha siya ng anak niya, took her to the city, and sabi sa kanya, look, I'll take care of you. And against, I have to say this, against my advice, pinastop niya yung medication ng mom niya. Sabi niya, look ma, I just wanted to try Mastermind and Genesis. But the amazing thing is, in 2 weeks, she's walking on her own without a walking stick. She had her blood sugar tested and her cholesterol tested. Both were normal. How awesome was that? Diba? So we have an amazing product here. Detox. This one's got dandelion, one of my favorite detox herbs. Dandelion is actually something that I use for patients to support their pancreas, their bladder, and again, as I said, we have it here. Diba? Ilan na yung na-mention ko? Meron na tayong DFA, may minerals na tayo, may digestive enzyme, hemophobic, antioxidant, may detox pa tayo. Ang daming tao magsasabi, I want to detox. I want to be slow. Actually, do you know that detoxing doesn't necessarily mean lose weight? Detoxing is flushing out the toxins from your body. That's what it is. Okay? Side effect na lang yung lose weight kung kailangan. You don't lose weight if you don't need to lose weight. When your body balances itself, I always say this to my patients, pag balance yung katawan mo, you have the right amount of vitamins and minerals and amino acids in your body, you can't gain weight and you can't lose weight. I go on 6-week liquid diet programs myself. My weight does not change. So when I come here, my friends go, oh, payat mo? Nangayayat ka? I go, no. I'm still the same. Kaya lang yung tumatawa. So, you know, your body, kasi your body has a mind of its own. What it tries to do is to try to protect itself. So, ang extra fats, ita-flush out niya. Pag healthy ka, ita-flush out niya. Hindi lang niya kaya i-flush out if you don't equip it with what it needs to flush out the fats. Okay? Cardiovascular support, it's got hawthorn berries. Again, it's one of the herbs that I use on my formulas when people have heart issues. We have that here. So I always say, if you have friends who are overweight, they're trying to lose weight, they want to work out, have them go on this one. You don't want to be working out and pushing yourself hard without anything supporting your heart. Right? So this one supports your heart. It's not going to heal you. It's not going to treat your heart issues, but it will support your heart. Energy and performance, it's got Siberian ginseng. So again, an adaptogen that keeps you going. So I'm just mentioning some of them, no? Kasi ang dami eh. So I'm just mentioning my favorite ones that are here when it comes to all these things. Nootropic. Remember, this one has the mastermind matrix. So, ano yung sinabi ko kanina? In the gut, what do we have? 70% of the neurotransmitters for the brain. So the nootropic focuses on that. Ngayon yung iba, they say, well, what about kung wala na akong fund and I only want one or I have money for one? I go this. Because it has everything. It supports everything. Fiber blend, again, make sure that you're regular. Probiotics and prebiotics, antioxidants, we talked about that. So after I keep talking about these things, I had to say, oh, you know what? I gotta give it a try. And I have to say now, I really love it. Every day, I have to have a Genesis in the morning and a Mastermind in the morning. So I now take the Genesis 2 to 3 times a day. I take the Mastermind 2 to 3 times a day. I take it first thing in the morning, and then when I get exhausted in the afternoon, so about 2 o'clock, and then if I've had a big meal or a big bad party at night, I take it when I get home. Okay? Because alam mo yung sobra kang busog na maiimpacho ka na. Parang gano'n. Take this. Because it breaks it down. Pag tulog mo, ang sarap ng tulog mo. Otherwise, you can't sleep. Diba? Kasi parang uncomfortable yung feeling mo. That's why I love this one. When you're first taking it, don't take it at night. You have to slowly build it up in your system. There's too much stuff in this. Some people who take it at night can't go to sleep at night. So you take it first thing in the morning. Yeah. Anything that you're taking, tandaan mo 74 different foods yan.
Empty stomach when you take that.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You can, kasi it's food na, di ba? It's your gulay and your fruits and your everything. Right?
Empty stomach.
You can take it on an empty stomach. You can take it after food. As I said, di ba sa gabi, I take it after food. Sarap ng food.
Pero, how much do you use? 1 scoop?
When I started, kasi nga, meron kaming love-hate relationship, diba? When I first drank this, I took it at 1 scoop. And I hated it.
Ano hate mo? Yung taste?
Yung taste. Oh my God. Pangit na lasa. So, when I went back to taking it, I took it at 1 big tablespoon in water. So now I always tell people, look, when you first start taking it, just take a teaspoon in water. You know, from nothing, what that is now you're putting in the vitamins and minerals in your food in a low dose. right? So you slowly build it up. You have to remember that this one has enough stuff to allow your body to detoxify. Lalo na yung marami kang gamot. Pag marami kang gamot, ang dami mong i-detox sa katawan mo. Right? So you have to be very, very careful. Yeah? So, 1 teaspoon in water, gawin mo mga 3 times, for 3 days. On the 4th day, gawin mo 1 teaspoon twice a day, in the morning at about 2 p.m. And then, after about 3 days, kung okay ka, then increase it. For the longest time, I was on half a scoop twice a day. And then, sabi ko, sige, kaya ko na ng 1 scoop. Then I did 1 scoop. And you'll know, kasi, the way our body works is, when you're exhausted, you're really, really exhausted, and then you give yourself some vitamins. Oh, I can do more. And then you do more. Bad tayo eh. For as long as we can do more, we do more, and we overdo what our nutrient support can give us. So because we keep doing that, ngayon pagod na tayo. So when you're that way, like I am, I keep pushing myself. So now I know, okay, I need a bit more. So you feed your body what it needs to keep going. At half a scoop twice a day, that's actually a good dose. But if you're really active, if you're running after deadlines, talking to people all day, going to seminars, teaching people, then do 1 scoop twice a day. Okay? But again, as I said, slowly build it up. Yep.
Kung sabihin ko yung mga initial reaction, pag-tinake ko yung genesis. Kasi, meron po kami na-experience ng hilo,
Okay. Usually, detox reactions yan. So, they come out of your system, lalo na when you don't hydrate well. The best way to prevent detox reactions from surfacing is to increase your water intake when you're taking herbs like this. Okay? The mastermind, remember, has how many herbs? Ang dami kong minention ng herbs kanina for the mastermind. About 11 herbs. So because you're putting all these herbs in your system, it now starts pulling out the toxins from your system, which you want it to do. Right?
Like in the beginning, first 2 weeks, I had heavy headaches with mastermind.
Yeah.
Because I don't drink too much water. Yes, siguro kaya gano'n.
That's right. But it's also why, that's
siya.
right. And it's also why I now tend to just say, do it slow. But like yesterday, I went out with my cousins, and I said, you really want to see how good this product is? Tomorrow, take 3 in the morning and tell me at the end of your days. So I did that with someone, and my God, until 10 p.m., dal niya. So he kept talking, so he was so hyped up, he was so active, just so that they can see the difference. Diba? Kasi pag slow, they don't see the difference. Yeah. And then I go, when you start the supplements now, go slow. Build it up in your system first, hydrate, because you're going to start detoxifying. Okay? Alright. Sinless. Yummy, sinless. The only product that we can take, the only chocolate that you can eat that will actually help you, what? De-stress. Because it has the mastermind matrix. It's got ashwagandha, it's got ginkgo. So reduces stress by 32.7%. Reduce cortisol levels by 22.2, improve your mood by 19.8. Chocolate really improves your mood. It's my happy food. But how many chocolates can you have that will actually help you decrease your BMI? Not your milk chocolates, not the regular dark chocolates. They're not going to help you decrease your BMI. But this one will. No, it's just 70%, but it's a mastermind matrix that's actually helping you reduce your BMI. Okay? Remember, ano yung mastermind matrix natin? That's the ginkgo, that's the ashwagandha, the rhodiola. Yeah. Okay? Oh, tapos pag kunyari sabi nila, I'm vegan eh. Oh, it's vegan source. It's organic. Smart Kids. I love Smart Kids, and I was sharing on Saturday that in Australia, we actually don't have any whole food, organic, dairy formula for children. Now we have one. lalo na dito, right? So a lot of the berries, vitamins that kids love taking are synthetics. What happens when they take synthetic vitamins? Their body has no other choice but to actually boost that level that that vitamin has. It's to say copper or calcium or what have you. And what we found out when we do hair tissue mineral testing, so we test the hair or um, the tissues to see yung level of minerals that's stored in your cells. And we found that a lot of the times they either have very high calcium levels, very high copper levels because of the vitamins that they take. So now giving them the whole food, their body has a chance to decide which one they're going to take and what they're going to use. Pag vitamins, they have to take it eh. Ano pa yung difference? Pag synthetics, do you know that your kids, if you give your kids or your pamangkins or your what have you, synthetic vitamins, and they take too much of it, they can actually harm their liver? Yung atin hindi. So it's a really good thing to give this one. Age. My 2-year-old Apo takes it. Apo? Yes.
Sure.
Anti-aging. Okay, so it's really good. It's got lutein, it's got omega-3, so it's really good for supporting your brain.
Excuse me, I missed that. So the earliest age you can start.
I've given it to I'm saying personally, I've given it to my 2-year-old granddaughter.
Okay, 1 or 2.
Me, I gave it to
She
my.
takes 2.
2 again.
Yes.
All right.
One berry twice a day.
I gave it to my 7-month-old pumpkin. Like,
7 months?
Yes.
They can't eat it.
she can. She just how do you call it?
Yeah,
It's a level of
I
one
wouldn't.
half.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it though. I'd rather that the mom take it and then breastfeed and then the baby. gets it.
Minash niya ng konti. Pero ano, ang lakas kasi
That's
kumain.
right.
Even crackers, she can take it, the
You're not
baby.
supposed to be feeding those kids crackers
Sorry.
yet.
No, but
Yeah.
she can.
That's
So sabi ko, try mo.
Yeah. No, but you have to remember, well, this is my advice, no?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to give kids below 1 anything solid yet. You know why? Their stomach is not developed yet at that age. That's one of the biggest reasons we have so many cases of IBS right now. Because they're fed so young. Remember in the wild? In the wild, how are you going to feed babies? The mom eats it, diba? The mom eats it and then they breastfeed their babies, or they chew it so well and then they give it to their babies. You never let them, their digestion can't handle it yet.
1 year old. Okay na. Opo.
You can start, yeah.
1 year.
Ano, up to 1 year, 2 months.
Yeah. Ako, I didn't start feeding solids until after 1 year. I breastfed my baby boy for 2.5 years. Sobra naman yun. 2 years.
2 years lang. Okay.
But that's what I mean. You have to allow their gut to develop well. If you force them, obviously syempre masarap eh, di ba? So they'll eat it, but they're not ready for it. So health and wellness is a $1 trillion industry, and that's why I do this business. Any questions? Questions?
Pwede mo.
Yeah?